Well, for Iran's leadership and establishment, they're significant in their ongoing effort to show the international community their legitimacy. But make no mistake, for Iran's critics, these elections are a sham, no matter what the outcome is. Remember, Iran's critics say Iran is a theocracy with an authoritarian system of governance. But Iran's establishment insists that it's a democracy, it's a republic. And every few years, when you have these parliamentary elections, Iran's establishment points to these elections and tells the world, look at all these people coming out to vote. This is proof that we're indeed a democracy, we're indeed a republic. And for Iran's leadership, proving their legitimacy at this point is more important than ever. Why? Because they're facing multiple crises on multiple levels. They have a struggling economy, a huge drop-off in oil sales, increasing sanctions and pressure by the U.S. Just yesterday, Washington sanctioning two other elected election officials here in Iran that supervise the elections. You have increasing tensions with the European powers over the nuclear deal, increasing prospects of war with the U.S., and of course, increasing condemnation from the international community because last month Iran admitted to downing a Ukrainian passenger plane. Because of all these challenges and issues, many ordinary Iranians are frustrated, angry, losing patience. Even so, Iran's leadership has been urging people to come out and vote. Will people come out and vote? We've spoken to a lot of people who say they're not going to come out and vote. Some who support the government say they will come out and vote. What's the turnout going to be? We're going to keep an eye out and update you throughout the day.
Now, the Iranian conservative establishment has, of course, come under a lot of fire for banning several thousand would-be candidates from running in these elections. The opposition, unsurprisingly, calling for a boycott.
It's decisions and developments like this that give fuel to Iran's critics who say this is not a democratic process, that this election is a sham. There's this vetting election body in Iran called the Guardian Council. They decide who runs and who doesn't run. And this year, they banned 90 sitting lawmakers from running, many of them reformists, and thousands of other candidates. We spoke to one reformist lawmaker who's been disqualified, and he said the Guardian Council told him that he's a good person, but they didn't like his statements on social media, his tweets. And analysts say this apparent purge of reformists is an indication that Iran's establishment is reshaping the government from one that was led by the moderates and reformists who wanted to open relations with the West, who wanted the nuclear deal, to one that now will be dominated by conservatives and hardliners who are going to take a much more firm stance against the U.S., implement more anti-U.S. policies, which doesn't bode well for what's left of the nuclear deal and improve relations with the West.